Tonight, we're taking your questions and talking about kink.
Welcome to another episode of BSing with Barak and Sheba.
This podcast includes frank discussions of highly sexual topics. If you are offended by this type of content or prohibited by law, we recommend you turn this podcast off right now. So my first question comes from Mr. Anonymous. And he writes, my partner asked me recently to spank them. I was initially unsure, and now I realized I'm brand new to this kink thing, and I have no idea where to start. So I'm asking you, how do I get started?
How do we get started? How do we get started in kink? Let me tell you.
Go ahead and spank her.
Right.
When she asks you, just do it.
Just spank it. No. What about kink excites you? What gets you excited? What gets you interested? What builds that connection between you and your partner?
Right. When she asked you to spank her, was there a reaction? Did your body, did you get titillated? Did your cock do a little jump? Did you feel like, wow, I could do this. I might like this, you know? That's going to lead you to where you want to go with your kink life, you know? When your body reacts like that and tells you you're getting turned on by something, then go ahead and follow that lead and let your body guide you.
That's what I would say is, when you're starting out in kink, all of us are fumbling all over. We're fumbling on the internet. We're fumbling all over porn sites. We're fumbling all over
each other,
magazines, books. We're just going all over the place trying to figure out what it is that we like. And the problem with that is, it's in theory a wonderful thing, right? You read about this stuff and it makes you hot, wet, hard, and horny, and you experiment with it, but it doesn't really fulfill you until you actually get interacting with another human being. And so once you get interacting with another human being, you build a consensual and cooperative interaction that gets you both hot, wet, hard, and horny.
It's a kinky co-op.
It's a kinky co-op. And that's the important thing. Consent. You know, figure out what you and your partner want to do to build your relationship together. This is a form of creative sexual expression. And whether it's spanking, whether it's tickling, whether it's teasing, whether it's role play, whatever it is that you choose to do, as long as you both are involved, both are adults, both are consenting to what's occurring, then you're good to go.
Absolutely. I completely agree.
So, when you're first getting into kink, figure out what makes you hot, wet, hard, and horny. What does it for you?
Follow that.
And follow that.
Right.
And then from there, figure out where you and your partner intersect and what you can do together. And then explore it together. Be honest with one another about what it is that makes you excited. And when you do so, you'll find yourself becoming a little bit vulnerable around them. However, being vulnerable and open with your partner creates a much deeper relationship.
Absolutely. The more you're able to communicate your needs, wants, and desires to your partner, the better they're able to actually meet those needs, wants, and desires, and the more it will encourage them to share that same information with you. So, Barak, what do you say we take another question?
All right, let's do that. That sounds like fun. So, I got one from a newer person. Everyone seems to have a role or label, like dom or sub, master or slave, top or bottom, or switch, and some I haven't even heard of. What's the difference between all these labels? How do I figure out which one applies to me, and do I even need one?
Well, let's take the last part of that question first.
Do I even need a label?
No, you absolutely don't
not.
need a label.
The thing about that is, you are self-defining. You are creating your own sexual expression, and whatever you call it is great for you.
Right. Or if you don't want to call it anything.
I'm kinky. I'm this. I'm exploring.
Right.
Whatever you want. So no, the answer is no, you don't need a label. But what's the difference between these labels that people commonly throw around? Really simple. We'll just break it down really easy for you.
Okay. So let's take the first one, a top or a bottom. This is a purely physical state of being. This is the person who is the top is the doer, and the person who is the bottom is the one being done to.
Very, very simple. Now, if we go to dominant and submissive, let's take out the doer and doee. Let's put into this some relationship aspects. Let's talk about a little power exchange or authority exchange. Dominants receive the power and or authority, i.e. the will to make choices about the submissive's well-being, well-doing, or tasks, and the submissive is the one who gives those away, who gives up the authority.
So what you're saying is the dominant is the person who is in authority about
absolutely.
what is happening in a scene or the scene as a total or the relationship as a whole. And the submissive is the person who is giving that authority to that dominant.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, if you notice, when we said that, the submissive is giving away the authority. Now, when that happens, you have to realize that person is choosing, after negotiation, to give that away. So it's not that one person wrests or takes it from another. It is, after negotiation, they choose to create this exchange.
Right. It's not king of the mountain. It's not where you're taking this away from someone. It's not domineering and submissive. It's dominant and submissive.
And they're basically both sides of the same coin.
Basically. Yeah. So our next question comes from another new person to the scene. And she writes, I have been on a kinky social network for a while. And I would like to know how to get out of my basement and into the local community. I think she's just joking about her basement.
I don't know. Here's what the answer to that question is. Walk up the basement steps, open the door, and walk outside. That's your best bet.
There's a lot of things you can do. If you're in the Columbus area, there's a lot of different things that you can find on the AIS FetLife feed or on the AIS Yahoo feed that tell you different things that you can do that AIS is running. We have switch roundtables, we have dominant roundtables, we have submissive roundtables. We've got a TNG group that meets.
We have monthly meet and greets for you to get out and just meet people with similar penchants. It's a wonderful vanilla space. And when we say vanilla, we mean non-kink related environment. It's a social setting out in a neutral place. We actually meet at a pool hall. And it's a great place to meet 100 of your kinky friends and meet them in a non-pressure situation.
Absolutely. And if you're not from the Columbus area, if you go onto, I'm assuming that what she means by this social network is probably FetLife. If you go onto FetLife and put in the information about where you're at and just look for events in your area, look for meet and greets in your area, try to find out who the leaders are of the groups in your area and contact those people. Ask if you can friend them and follow them to see what it is that's happening in that location.
Because we're considered, I don't know why, but we are considered leaders in the community. And what happens is we frequently get emails like that say, hey, what's going on in town? I'm interested in meeting some new people. I'm interested in whatever. And what we'll do is we'll give them a list of things that are happening in the area. And when that occurs, you get to choose whatever you want.
Absolutely.
And it's wonderful to become part of a community because it's safer. You get to meet and know people. You can ask for specifics about reputations. You can also learn what is and what isn't safe. You can develop a social network outside of your basement.
Right.
And start to interact with human beings.
And another thing you can do is actually watch the people that you're interested interact with others and see if they still have that energy that drew you on the social networking site that you are on.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now, what we will tell you is it's a big red flag if you emailing with somebody and they say, well, I'm not really interested in the local community. Right. Now, don't get me wrong. Not all local communities are great. Not all local communities are open and friendly. But most of them are. Right. Most of the ones we've ever been to, and we've been around.
Speak for yourself.
Okay, mostly around. We've been to different communities in the United States, and most of them have a very good aspect of welcoming to them. And when you find that, you'll be able to talk to them about people who are in your scene in your local area.
Yeah, and find out lots of different things that you can do. And it gives you an opportunity to not just watch kink on porn or in pictures on that site that you're on, but to actually experience it in person and to feel that energy so that you can decide if that particular kink is something that you want to do. Just by being there and witnessing it, it gives you a chance to let out that voyeur inside.
Absolutely.
And when you're ready to make that next step and choose to play out in a public scene, it lets you let that exhibitionist inside you come out and play.
Yep. I personally like to watch the people that I intend to play with other people so that I can decide whether their style is compatible with me.
Absolutely.
And it's a great place to do that. So hopefully that answers your question. Hopefully you'll get out of your basement, get up to an AIS event, or get up to a local event and make your kink happen for you.
Absolutely. So how can you reach us? You can find me on FetLife at Brat_Sheba. That's BRAT_SHEBA.
You can find me at BARAK at FetLife. That's, just in case you're interested to pronounce that, it's Eric with a B.
It's not Barack, like
No,
the president?
it's not presidential.
Okay.
Not that tall, not that smart.
No, I agree with that.
Sorry.
You can also find me on Twitter. I do the twat. And you can find me at Brat_Sheba. That's BRAT_SHEBA on Twitter and on Facebook. Or you can contact AIS_org on Twitter or Facebook.
If you want to just email us, you could email us at BARAK, the letter N, SHEBA, at AOL.com, at Yahoo, and Gmail.
Or you can get the Adventures in Sexuality website, which is adventuresinsexuality, all one word, .org.
Yep. So thanks for listening to
Another episode of BSing with Barak and Sheba.
We'll be back on the first Monday of next month, which is going to be August 5th.
We'll see you then.
Take care.